Hi, Kerry. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, and oracle card advisor. Oh, itching already. um, so, newbies, I'd like to explain for just a second how I work. I see, hear, feel, know, um, taste, smell a little bit, but I have most of the senses. Um, they like to come in and show me pictures, and they'll show me just like a still picture, and I call it spiritual charades, and I have to figure out why they're showing this and explain it to you well enough that you understand why they're showing it. They never waste a message, don't waste their energy, and she's already got me itching. And this is one of the signs that I get when they get close, is it feels kind of like headlights, but only in one spot, at a time. So that's her touching me there. So she's starting off already. I don't get names correctly usually, so it'll be closed. So just kind of stretch it, think outside the box. So hopefully you'll have an idea who it is. Uh, do, do, do. Um, Darn it, I'm sorry. There was something else I was going to tell you. Anyway, let's see what she has to say. She's going to come in showing herself as a typical teen. She's got herself laying on the bed. She's got her cheerleading uniform on. She's got her She's got a book in front of her. She's laying front ways on the bed, on top of the covers. The bed is made nicely. She goes, "Yes, Mom, that can happen." She's got a book, and she's laying on her stomach. She's got her feet straight up in the air. She's making me itch. I'll explain all that in a little bit. And then she rolls over on her back. There's always a reason for what they show. And she says, "Even though I'm in my room, I'm looking at the stars. I'm inside the building, but I still I still feel like I can see the stars." Said she was always dreaming of something. There was still something inside of her that she was keeping a secret, something that she never let out, that she covered up. Something. I don't feel like it was bad, bad. It was just something that she felt was hers. It was hers all alone, hers to keep, and not really hers to deal with. I don't even think we want to say it that way. Um, She says, while I was out there bouncing around and being in front of everybody, such as such as being a cheerleader, she said inside she didn't feel confident and she didn't feel adequate would be the word. She said it's nothing anybody did to me. She wants you to know that you never made her feel that way. You always made her feel important. You always made her feel like she was the light of your life. She says, even when she would lock her door and you'd be beating on it to come out, come to dinner, get out of your room. And she would be like, "Go away, leave me alone. I just want my alone time." Typical teenager. She said when she was younger, though, she used to throw herself on the bed and kick her feet and hit the bed and scream and cry like a little spoiled brat. And she's kind of embarrassed about that now. She said she didn't deserve that. She loved being outside. She loved being with her friends. She's pretty popular. She was popular, and yet still inside she felt that shyness that didn't quite bust out of her shellness. So in the video I did for your sister, she walked up in the end of it, so you might want to ask your sister about the end of the video. Sorry, I'm asking her a couple questions. You're going to have a book fall off on the floor or fall over on a table or a desk. You're going to hear a book bang. She's trying to make that happen. She sees that people are doing things in honor of her. She knows that her classmates are honoring her, and she appreciates it. I don't want to say this. She feels like they are honoring her more now than she would have ever thought in real life that she would have gotten. Oh my gosh, I hope those words came out right. Um, she didn't realize how deeply it was going to hurt all of her friends. And she wants her friends to be more careful. She says, guess who I get to kick it back with now? Grandpa. Guess what? Grandpa let me have a beer. And there's nothing you can do about it. And they're both laughing hysterically. She's, oh my goodness, your dad was funny, hilarious. I laughed the whole time. She's going to be a little comical too. She says, Rhonda, you know what? My family is batshit crazy. They are over the top. She says, but they are so fun. She says, but sometimes I would hang my head in embarrassment and go, really, Mom? Really? That's the way my grandkids do to me. My grandson would go, Grandma, really? Do you have to do that now in front of everybody? She said, my grandson's a junior. I don't know how old she would be now, what grade, but she said she would be great friends with him. She just like him, and she feels the same way towards her family as he does towards mine. Like once in a while, I was like, yeah, we're crazy, aren't we? I like it that way. She says you haven't seen her in your dreams because your grief is still very strong. So when your grief, she says you're getting close. You're getting close. When your grief is really, really strong, it's almost like you have a wall around you, and it's so hard to see the signs or get the dreams or any of that stuff. I don't understand. To me, it seems like that's when they ought to be trying the hardest. That's when they ought to be getting through to you and busting through. That's when you need it. It doesn't work that way. It took me 2 years before I finally cut loose enough to start getting the signs. She's going to come to you. It's not going to be a dream, it's going to be a visitation. So it's when you're sleeping, it's like a dream. And she's shown herself walking through with this pretty hairs all down, this really pretty dress. It's white with, I want to say, yellow flowers or something on it. I don't know if there's any significance to this. And there's kind of a sash belt around it that's kind of a mauve, rose colored something. Gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And there's almost like smoke or fog around her. And she's going to come walking through like this. And she's going to talk to you. Visitation is different than a dream. A dream you forget 30 seconds after you wake up. A visitation you remember the rest of your life because it's real. It's not a dream state. It's real. It's just easier to get to you when you're sleeping. She says she's been trying to leave you signs that she's there, and not only is she poking on your head, I don't know why they pick the head so much, but she's also kind of pulling your hair. Just and it's not going to feel like me doing this. It's really hard to explain sometimes. It's you're going to feel the tug, but it's not going to be probably. Now I'm getting the itching, and I always get the itching. So I don't know if everybody gets the itching when their energy gets close. It's like head lice. It's like bugs crawling. So she's in the tapping. That that's probably going to be the itching right in that spot, or right in that spot, or right in that spot, and then you're going to feel kind of a tug on your hair too, just a little bit. And when they touch you like that, it's energy. It's not a finger, it's energy. So it's tingling, or when they get close to one side, my ear gets real hot, or you just feel a little pressure when they get closer, something, like when a person stands behind you and you don't know they're there, but you feel them. That's what you're going to feel. And so she's got my arm itching now. Um, she says she sees you. She says you stay very busy. You stay very busy, and she said that's a good thing because that's the way you're built. That's the way you're wired. But she says when you finally do sit down and you're alone, and she sees the tears, and she sees you look at her picture, and she comes up and tries to put her arm around you, around your shoulder, and that'll feel like a little bit of pressure. You might feel the tingling from the energy, like goosebumps. Sometimes it's so slight, especially if you're still grieving, that and there I go itching again. I swear I don't have bugs. Um, Sometimes it's real easy to poo-poo it. Like, okay, once you start seeing it and feeling it, recognizing it, then you'll notice it. It's been there a long time, and you'll feel it a lot more. Okay, she's showing what looks like a high school band. I don't know if she was in the band too. She's showing somebody drumming. They're marching high school band. So I don't know if she's showing this is just part of cheerleading, like at a football game or something. But she's concentrating on the guy playing the drum. He's in a band uniform. I can see several of them. My buddy. It's her buddy. I believe he's got dark skin. I can't tell if he's older or younger than her. I feel like he must be the same age. I feel like he's still in school, but like I said, I don't know what year she would be now. She would still be in school. And then she's showing somebody playing a flute. She's acknowledging these people. That's good because I suck at names, so she, maybe you'll understand which ones these are. She's acknowledging her cheerleading coach. She said there's also a female teacher. Oh, now she's switching to a male. Wait a minute. Let's see. Let's get more precise here. She's acknowledging her grandpa. We already know he's there with you. She's acknowledging a male teacher that either has similar qualities or looks similar to her grandpa. Something similar about the two of them. That this man touched her heart. At some point, he stood up for her. Let me ask her something. She's taking her finger and she's touching things in your house. She's trying to make stuff move. She's trying to make something move that will be very noticeable for you. I know she already showed the book. And the tea towel. The tea towel is going to keep falling on the floor. Keep falling on the floor. In the kitchen. Keep falling on the floor. And the water in the bathroom is going to be on when it shouldn't be on. If she hasn't accomplished it yet, she's going to. And she's hoping somebody else gets blamed for leaving the water on all the time. She said, I always got in trouble for using all the hot water. I'm going to get even. She's mentioning, okay, she's showing, it looks like I would say a homecoming parade. She's showing a lot of school stuff. I would say it's a homecoming parade. I think it's her sitting in a convertible, like the Queen's bride in the homecoming parade, sitting, with the top down on the convertible, and doing the beauty queen wave with sash. If she didn't get to do that, that is something that she desired to do. said you already made her feel like a beauty queen. She says my whole crazy family did. It made me feel like a beauty queen. She's saying something about bitches and hoes, bitches and hoes, but she's not saying it in a mean way. She's saying it in a funny way. Bitches and hoes and slapping each other on the ass. She says, I love you, Mom. I'm sorry that I put you through hell sometimes. I know I was stubborn. I know I was spoiled. Okay, she's petting a little dog. I'm gonna say he's short, got not long, not long curly hair, but wiry hair, kind of a light colored dog. He's fuzzy, but not like a sheep, not like a poodle, not like a ah, like a Cairn Terrier. Cairn or something like that. Cairn Terrier, kind of like Toto in the Wizard of Oz. She's leaned down petting this dog. Usually I can tell whether the dog is here or there. Can't. I almost feel like the dog is still here, but I'm not 100% sure. Now, she put a leash on it and she's walking away with it, so maybe it's there. If the dog is here, watch the dog will see her. I'm not sure which way to go with this dog. If the dog is there, she wants somebody to know that she has it and she's taking care of it. There's also somebody's baby that she has kind of an infant that she is holding, that she got to meet. I don't know if it's coming or went. Sorry, usually I can tell here or there, and not so much right this minute. Um, they never waste a message. But she's holding this baby and walking away with it, so I think it's somebody that has lost a baby. That she has actually run into that spirit, that soul there. She says, then there's Grandma. I don't know if this is a grandma or great grandma. I know I'm sounding a little iffy on some of this stuff, but it's just the way she's bringing it across. And there's Grandma, she said, look out. She's mentioning hot chocolate marshmallows. You know, if they throw something out, I'm just going to throw it out. I mean, they say it for a reason. And hopefully you'll understand the significance. She said, I had a terrible time with my hair. My Hair was always bothering me. I never could get it the way I wanted it. She has male siblings or male cousins that were close, or some male families close to her age that were always, and she's showing them picking on her, picking on her. She's like, stop it, stop it. And then she laughs. She says sometimes they pick on her so much she would just run away and go hide in her room or something. She says, Rhonda, I told you my family was crazy. I always tell people there's good crazy and there's bad crazy. I feel like I'm good crazy. She wants you to know how deeply she loves you. She wants you to know that you've done right by her since she left. Maybe over the top a little bit, but you've done right by her. She honors you. She adores you. Okay, so she's showing me a red rose and she's pulling the petals off. She's pulling the petals off. You're going to find rose petals in weird places. That's going to be one of her signs. Weird places. You'll be walking down the steps and there'll just be a rose petal or two right there. You'll probably find them in your house. Oh, she says she's going to try to get one to your bed. She said, this is for you, Mom. She says she gets to be your guardian angel. And when you come this way, I will be the first one waiting for you. But you got a long ways to go. She says she's not going anywhere. She'll be waiting. You made her feel special. Now she's showing herself with one, looks like a big old Bing cherry or something, and she's holding it up and she's eating this cherry. So, know the significance, hope you do. She has a white dress on. There was a boy she cared for very much. Very much. She's not giving me any names, and that's probably a good thing because I stink at names. So she wants you. She wants you to know she's still sitting on the couch with a book and some popcorn. Or some kind of a snack in a bowl. But she wants to go out and run. Not run away, but run like run down the block or run a mile, or it's like run as a sport. But for now, she's just going to be comfy on the couch. Watch for the curtain to move on your front window, and it'll probably be out of the corner of your eye. It seems like it's always in your peripheral vision. Don't know why. Can't explain it, but that's the way it happens. Peripheral vision, and you'll think you see the curtain move. the front window. And then when you look, of course, it's not doing it. When you look straight on, in your peripheral vision, you're going to think you see it move. It's like she's pulling the curtain back, looking out the window, looking for somebody, waiting for somebody to walk up or something. She keeps looking out the window. She says, I'm going to go play. She's run into a fellow classmate. Don't think, and I can't tell you if it's male or female. Fellow classmate doesn't mean that they didn't pass away before high school. I don't know when they lost this one, but a fellow classmate. I don't think they're in the same year. She's making me think that it's a different grade than her. I don't know if it's higher or lower. She's not telling me. They come. She's leaving. See you later. She's sitting on the wall getting ready. Want to come to your favorite hometown medium physical energy healer and oracle card advisor. Much love to you. She's hanging around waiting for you. And watch for those signs.